you know, the Wind Ranger is a really good solution. So I also just hate Necrophos.
Hey, you watch it. That's a dope hero.
Hate him.
He's a cool guy.
Why is he a cool guy? Tell me what's cool about him, Jenkins.
Because you can
Why is he cool?
You can suck. You just go into lane, and you win. Because you just have regen built into existing. It's very nice.
Why is that cool?
Because you don't have to be good at the game. You can go win lane.
So it's cool to be not good at the game? Is that what you're telling me? So you're really cool?
Yes, it is. Because it's cool to not try and not care.
I'm excited to see what build he does, actually, because you don't see too many Necros. It feels like very game-specific and like draft-specific. You kind of get flexible depending, but it's a mid-Necro. He's going to go Null Talisman. He's going to buy Brutes of Speed. Interesting. What do you think about that build?
Boots of Speed, fantastic item on Necrophos because he is one of the absolute slowest heroes
280.
in the game.
You know why that is? Because Heartstopper is so good. One of the best ability draft abilities.
And here he goes again about ability draft.
Well, it wins you the lane. You know, you do damage guaranteed just by staying alive.
Are you the famous Purge gamers that hosted the ability draft tournament?
That's not me.
Oh.
No, that's the other Purge. Okay. There's like 3 of them in an A. You know that, right?
Really?
Yeah, there's 3 of them. One is extremely toxic too. You don't want to run into that one.
Is that this one?
You can't run from the venomous one.
I'm about to be toxic.
Ooh, all right.
He missed his block.
Ah, Stormstormer. That's
slow.
it. I think that's GG. Go ahead and call this one. Ooh.
Oh, the strategical let
into the
block.
tower.
How can he possibly get the last hit when you got Death Pulse?
Dude, Stormstormer's so good. That's actually next level.
Wind Ranger actually does have... It's okay. Yeah, it's actually badly that. 51 plus 2. Do you think it's tactical, really? No. There's no way, right?
I don't know. I mean, he is like 10k MMR, so I'm going to go ahead and say sure, it's tactical. Oh, yes, it's tactical. That was
all those last hits.
Look at him. Where's Wish ranked on here?
Level 2.
He's high rated. Oh, wait. All right, I see.
I don't know the answer.
I see.
I gave an answer.
I mean, you weren't incorrect.
He's top
that was
100.
not the answer I was looking for.
He's been higher rated. I think when Tinker was popping off at the start of this patch,
Oh yeah, his Tinker is
a little
legendary.
bit higher. When Wish isn't playing Tinker, you know that it's not as good as it once was. I do think it's still good.
That's funny how there are certain heroes that certain players just absolutely still gravitate towards. And I mean, that the same thing could be said for the Monkey King, right? Like, not as popular as it used to be, but definitely a Crystalla special.
Just some limitations to what it can do. It's a little bit more popular. Obviously, much more popular as a support, but as a core, you kind of want to get the right lane set up to be able to bully your opponent. And against a ranged hero like Prophet, it's not quite there.
I definitely heard, I want to say it was Purge who said this? Or no, it's probably Jenkins. Jenkins says the way the way to outlatch a latch is to have more latch. Or something to that effect.
SVG is never going to tell us a word again.
I've said a lot of latch words. That really could have been me.
It was definitely him.
It was probably you.
I think it was, yeah, I don't know.
A little too chaos for me, I think. All those easy right clicks. Do you ever like take a tower hit like that and you're like, it was worth it, but in reality it never is.
Yes.
It's like 100 and...
I feel like that's a mid laner thing to do that, because you just... If you're in a side lane taking tower hits at 2 minutes, like, what are you doing with your life?
This man doesn't even need to buy a bottle. He's so broken.
I hate this hero.
He's not broken, though.
No, it's not, but it's a very easy hero. The problem with Necrophos is, what do? You just win the lane and then slowly, pathetically run at people. This is a crazy gang.
Roll forward here from Stominen. He's going to get the slow off. Be careful, though, Wish. Going through some of these bottling.
Oh, that's a nice creep camp to get.
Oh, it is.
Oh, well, First Blood gets drawn first by Nefrit, but they do eventually manage to get the kill on Stormstormer in the mid lane. That's a bit surprising.
They do trade out, at least, so it's the Lunadyne and not the support. So it's not the absolute worst, but... I mean, either way, 19 last hits on Stormstormer. Dude is winning his lane in terms of last hits. He did die, but...
Roll forward down here. They're reducing that armor over on 11. He's going to pop the Fairy Fire. Crystalla's still giving off a couple of these clicks. They do have plenty of damage coming out from these trees as well as they're chasing down Fishman. Can they turn this around? Levin having to be a bit careful again, sitting a bit low. Just a trading of blows here in the bottom lane.
That was such a nice mid rotation. I gotta go back to it. Like the reason that he's able to do that on Earth Spirit is because obviously the dive happening from Stormstormer sets that up, but you've had Nature's Prophet in the off lane, a hero that can just zone the support with trees, and then you're solo versus a Monkey King who is a melee hero, doesn't like being against ranged heroes. So Nature's Prophet's fine to be left alone there. And Necrophos not exactly a hero that can run away from a gank. He's so slow. So really good to identify that.
Spartan does have one of those little bugs on him.
He missed that skill shot. Did you see that?
He did, yeah. That really viscerally angers you, doesn't it?
No, it was a great dodge. He didn't have an opportunity to do it. He's following up on Sakuchi. Like there's no disable setup to land the Gale. Nothing wrong with that.
You're not getting what you came for.
Another roll down to the bottom lane. Not going to be able to quite connect over onto Chrysalis.
Hoping for the roll and punch into the tower. Would have been good. Bit curious that Toby went for 1 point Gale. Does a lot more damage level 2, but his ability to harass down
I mean,
makes me easier.
they're doing just fine here in this lane.
Nice block there with the Plague Ward too.
I will give you my offlaning knowledge.
That was very, like, aggressive sounding. All right.
Okay.
Tell us.
When you want to leave your offlaner, you would rather go 1-2-2 on Veno so you can leave them alone. That would indicate to me that Weaver wants
Enough
to be
for
active.
it. Popping the one charges. The rotation, though, coming out here.
I'm sorry.
Kill on Toby, and now Kataomi being held in the trees as Stormanen and 11 slowly but surely hunt down this little bug. Oh, they don't. Oh, they do. There it is.
Nicely done.
That's
Earnest Shadows
That
charges
is-
there, boys.
exactly why you rush that item. Very convenient getting those early charges. At 5 minutes into the game, it does a ton of. This is like 200 and something
I
damage.
won't even talk about like the time. I would say like he's got 2 abilities that do like what tops like 200 magic damage.
Trying to cookie hop break some ankles here, but I think Wish has more than enough damage.
But with each earn charge is 200 damage. It's like literally 3 skill points every time you use it or something. It's like 2 skill points basically.
Yeah.
Each earn charge is just so insane right now.
11.
TP'd in.
Oh, he has no TP scroll.
He does not, and he's
My
about to be
boy.
very dead. They send him back on a free trip to the fountain.
The bug stole the kill though.
And that is on the catapult wave too. So
It's not what you want to be doing.
giving a Veno a lot of tower damage, if not the tower, off of something like that.
That's actually a huge thing. A lot of times when I'm like looking at clips for Weatherman, it's like a lot of snowballing happens from like a kill like that like opens a window where now you're not there to simply defend against the catapult wave and then your tower dies earlier and then it just cascades so fast. That's like why the top players just make such big differences because they get those big kills.
Spartan throwing out the kinetic field. Manages to hold 2 of them into place. Stormanen following up. Vision, follow up on Toby. They don't want to give this tower up. They don't want to allow him to keep putting down these lovely, lovely wards everywhere.
He dies, but this is the dream if you're a Venomancer, though. It's like you're just the most toxic hero in the game. Your wards are so annoying to run through, and you're forcing 4 heroes to come kill you because you're pressuring the tower, and that follows from that dive in the kill that we saw earlier. Like 4 heroes chilling up here for Brame.
Doesn't this just buy time for Luna though? Luna rotated obviously to help there, but still.
Yeah, but you're on the other side. You've like Necro and Monkey King, who are both farming, and like not heroes that really want to leave lanes either. Not at this point.
Top lane. Some moves being made over onto Spartan. Be able to collect themselves a kill. Rotation though, following up here from Wish to get the silence and try to burst down Toby here using that focus fire. Gonna be able to do it? Yes, they are. Can they get off enough damage now for Kataomi with Wrath of Nature? Yes, they can. The follow-up power shot from Wish will take down Fishman.
He's gonna live, yeah. That was cool. Dude, he just stood his ground after the focus fire and I was like, what's he doing? But he just knew his limits, dude. He knew Prophet ulti was coming. Start slapping that guy. That was cool. Great gank.
I was in a pub the other day with a Prophet spammer, and the guy asked a support to kill a ward because it made it so that his ult couldn't connect like this.
Yeah.
It's so funny. These Prophet players know like the literal vision you need to have on the map to maximize the damage.
Yeah. I've had that happen sometimes if I like random Prophet. It's like you drop the ulti and you're like waiting for it to come and it just never does. And
It's
you're
just
like,
one creep away from hitting.
I've seen that happen before too. You're like, oh, about to
Max
get a guy
damage.
with a Dagon
Yeah.
6 or some shit.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Not to mention that it also like reveals your wards very easily because like You know, you ulti and it catches some guy in the jungle, and you're like, well, I know where the ward is now. There's some downsides, yeah. All right, Necro going for the 4-0-4 build.
What is this build? This is the greediest thing I've ever seen.
I mean, but this is the thing, right? Like, he's going to gank side lanes at 325 movement speed. Like, the only way this works with his ulti is like if somebody dives tower and he gets the TP in, basically. I mean, Hood's standard. Super, super standard. It's not that weird.
The build.
But he won his lane, right? He's got way more net worth than his opponent.
I mean, it's Chad. I like it. It's just I've literally never seen somebody do this before, other than in Herald. But
I just feel like are your opponents going to make the mistake, basically? And who's going to gank his lane for his ulti to be good anyways, right?
he's just playing for greed. Like, he's playing to hit creeps. Like, we saw him do it on Queen of Pain as well.
I mean, he does this on. He's a greedy player, Stormer. I
It's
know in
fair.
past tours too. Like whenever he'd play his Invoker, he would just kind of go off by himself and just farm, and you know that's at the time too. That is really how you wanted to be playing the Invoker, but like. It was just interesting to see the way he interacted with his team as well.
To each their own. If it works,
It works for your team, yeah.
It's cool how they did this. They spotted the observer wards. They know it's a little bit dangerous to engage. They were going to do Sakuchi into Egg with follow-up from Necro.
Egg? Cookie?
Yep.
Also an
Circle.
edible thing.
There are eggs in cookies.
Now, is Phoenix considered a double edible because it's an egg and a chicken?
Talking about drugs or food?
What?
It's a double edible. Is that what you
Yes, that's not. I was thinking of food.
Now you're
you
a
know?
drug expert. First it's snakes, now you're a drug expert.
don't know much about drugs.
Yeah, well, you didn't
Who
know much about
are
snakes.
you?
I know a
I
lot
haven't
about
seen
Dota
you
2.
for like
That
a
drug.
month.
Ooh. I
You
shoot up
become a
Dota 2
whole
all the
other
time.
kind of
person,
drug.
dude. A little bit off the mark here, so we'll turn around, use the Nova over onto Stomanen. Kataomi trying to get these final hits off, but he is prevented. He's going to get chained over here in the corner. They'll get the kill over onto Stomanen.
Oh, nice.
Kataomi, though, able to use that time lapse to escape.
That was great. That was perfect
back
representation of
in.
support Weaver right there.
Seeing what else they can find here. Spartan getting left behind. Drops a ward, just they have the vision. Cookie up forward, not going to be able to quite connect. Wish over here on the low ground. Courier does fall. Those kisses coming in hot, though, with the stun, the scythe. And that's a dead Spart.
He just wanted more mana. That's all. That's the only reason he did that.
You know, maximum
Kill?
efficiency.
He's going to power farm these kills into another defensive item, yeah. Yep. That's Necrophos.
He's got his bots
I
now.
don't understand why you think this hero's cool.
Because you don't need to, I mean, this is good. Stormer, he can play Invoker, these like super high skill heroes. Obviously this does not apply to him, but it's because you don't need to be good. You just own the lane, no matter what. And I think you have to go for Boots of Travel on Necro, otherwise he's like literally too slow to play the video game.
I tried to solve that problem too a couple ways. Like it does feel like you need BOTs, but like
Feels like
maybe
you need
there's
Yules,
other
too.
ways to do it. Yeah.
Oh, they
catch him.
cut down the tree, and they're looking like they're going hunting for a Monkey King. Styles doesn't land the Boundless, but I'm not certain he definitely does not survive this here.
He's gonna know, yeah. That's very obvious, the ward. He was approaching the tier 1 tower, but smart of them to ward that in anticipation of this moment. And now Toby can try to defend it.
Ooh. Teleports are coming in. Oh, nice
Nano
lash
blast.
over to the side. Followed up with the power shot. It's dead Toby. The roll forward again from Stormanen.
He's got the BOTs. He's medium speed now. Watch out.
Watch out, indeed. Fishman over here in the corner trying to prolong his existence, but they will snuff out his candle of life there.
Do you think you should have sat behind tower and like put more wards on before you went outside? What do you think, Jenkins?
I think he was getting dove. I mean, this...
They wanted that tower. They were just going
Yeah.
for it at that point, I think.
I like Brame's decision to just like absolutely overwhelm the bot tower because like you know that Venomancer wants to defend that tower for as long as possible just because it's such an annoying way to like delay the game, get a ton of farm, especially if you've taken the enemy safe lane tower.
Yeah.
And so the way that you have to deal with that is like smoke on it or literally just overwhelm it with numbers, and they chose the second option. And
I hope they set up early by killing the Monkey King, so it helped them get ready to dive a bit faster too.
yeah, that definitely helps. Going for some like behind the tower plays. Veno felt isolated.
All right, we have a bottle service over in the mid lane and a smoke play. So they're going to walk right into Fishman. Fishman tanking that smoke gank here. You see Kataomi as well. Kataomi doing a little bit of scouting. Put out a little bit of damage over on Spartan. Athanasius turning right back around again. They'll roll forward, but they'll go and drop the Wu because they also have the Luna clips coming out here from the Luna. They'll take down Stormstormer. He's not survivable enough. Probably going to find a kill over on Spartan. They'll get Stoneman in as well. So they'll take out 2 of the supports over on the side of Entity, but they did lose Stormstormer here. Kataomi, push forward, Nefrit. Buyback coming out from Stoman, and they'll turn back around. Ooh, this is not looking good for Crystallis. Wish will find himself a kill, and they're hunting for more. They just can't seem to get their hands on them fast enough, though, as it looks like Fishmen be able to survive.
They blew up Necro in that fight. I didn't even see how he died, but there was great disabling on all phases of this.
Wish needs to be careful here. He's going for the final hit over onto Toby. Gets the silence off. There it is. Checking in is 11. The roll forward. Can they grab Kataomi?
Oh, the
they
deny.
Get the deny on Wish. And it looks like they're going to be able to get a kill on Kataomi.
Did he need to deny, though? His TP was, like, finished.
Yes,
I don't know.
It was cool. Be
Yeah,
quiet.
look at
It was
the
very
reaction.
cool.
It's just like, oh.
Please don't kill me.
I mean, it's fine. Like, he loses gold, but and loses
my
farm
kill
time,
earlier.
but it's a win ranger, right? Like, you farm pretty fast, but it's not, like, insane. It's not like your carry gets denied, and it's more important that your opponents don't get the golden experience of your high net worth. He loses not even that much from it. He gets 570, 76 gold from that engagement. Still great for him. And even Orchid and a Centaur.
Efficiency.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Earth Spirit's super far away from the Spirit Vessel because of that buyback. I don't know if that's really needed this game. Like, the Luna's so huge. He's just been silently farming this entire time.
Yeah.
Still has stacks to farm too.
I mean, Spirit Vessel obviously godly against Necro. It's definitely not bad against Monkey King either, so it makes a lot of sense.
I mean, they still managed to win that fight even without it, so it's definitely value, like you said, and a necessary item, but it's not like they're hurting without it either. Oh, Stormstormer teleporting up to the top lane. No one else really in the vicinity, though, so.
Just trying to get some mana back here, that's all he's doing.
You know, I remember a patch a couple of months back, pre-TI, where it was just, if you had an ancient farming hero and the enemies didn't, you just won.
Yeah, it was a huge stacking meta back then.
And it's not exactly like that now, but it is always just the kind of creeping concern that's always there. It's like, you know this Luna is going to be bigger than your Monkey King. It's just not by as much as before.
Crystallis smoked up, looking for anyone that's still here. Wish hiding in the tree line. They do find him. Up the Boundless, started winding up. Just will decide not to use it, and it might be costly because look at that damage here. They'll be able to take down one, though. Wish first to fall, Snowman, and now also taking a lot of damage. They'll take down Crystallis, though, and now it's not looking good for Toby. As Toby falls, they'll get Fishman. And they'll take down 3 on the side of Entity.
They just got everybody there so fast.
Oh, that's cool. Nefrit, he disassembled his Dragonlance into a BKB so that he could show up to that fight and
Smart.
have the BKB. I mean, he didn't need to use it, but it's like impossible to fight into this BKB right now based on this timing from disassembling the Lance, which was an efficient farming item.
I started seeing this a lot right before TI. Almost every time people do this.
Ooh.
Nice kill.
Nice kill there for Stormstormer. Kataomi walking past here. Nefrit doesn't quite have the detection. They have to be careful because they are teleporting the Snapfire back in. Might go for that cookie. Have to get the glimpse. Ooh, that always hurts.
He was kind of low, then he just started attacking trees, and he's full HP. Good attempt, though. That's a pretty nice item for Storm if he wants it. Yep.
Dude, how is he's got so much garbage in his inventory? He's 10 slotted.
The glimpse back. The cookie.
Guten bye-bye.
That is such a classic Weaver play where you're like, guys, I have time lapse. I'm fine. Relax. And then you die.
So what's the garbage in his inventory? Oh, the raindrops?
Look at the
Tangos.
raindrop.
Tangos, a
Tango.
clarity.
Like,
It's all consumables.
you can't. Oh, he is hoarding.
I do this too much.
You have boots of travel. What's your problem? Go sell it. Go to base.
Put it on the ground. Bring your courage.
Delete it at this point. Hoarder. Man,
That's the last hit, though.
he's a hoarder.
If he sells the Tango, that's at least, that's like a 1.5 last hit.
Are you guys this bad in like role-playing games too? Do you just hoard everything? Why am I asking that question? I played D&D with you. Of course you're bad at it. You guys are.
What's your setup?
You guys
here?
are
absolutely
loot
do not hoard.
goblins.
I do not hoard anything.
You had a bag full of mayonnaise and ball bearings that you were.
That was a choice, really.
That was useful. There's no.
That almost killed us.
Excellent.
Yep. Almost is a very not absolute word.
All right, he's going for Shard on Necro. And another mobility item after BOTs, because the hero is legit so slow that it does feel like you need 2 mobility items. But Shard is a nice way to like help the hero a bit. It gives you, it's kind of Dagon-like, right? It gives you damage, it gives you utility.
Yep.
It gives you a second AoE push. I think Shard is a great way to fix the hero, to help the hero at least. His net worth is still pretty high too. Not terrible.
Imagine needing Blink Yule's bots to make a hero feel like they're
Mobile enough.
normal.
Yeah.
normal
Yeah, I feel like his
mobility.
speed keeps coming up like consistently with you
Yeah.
too.
I mean, Jules is more defensive for spell stuff than mobility, but yeah.
That's kind of the nature of like Viper, Necro. Is like the question is always like they're so strong, but their hugest weakness is their mobility. So it's like, how do you solve it?
Yep.
And that's always like the interesting thing about those heroes is
Yeah.
solving that.
A lot of times it's Atos, but it doesn't really fit with Necro's skills, so.
Yeah, that is an interesting concept. Do you make him faster, or do you hold them into place and slowly
Kill the
Yeah,
place.
or just like position better, or like run at towers, be really tanky and just run at towers where you have to bring them. They have to go to you.
Yeah, I mean we've
There's-
seen a very tanky build coming off of.
That's Dota. That's
Sure.
like the beautiful thing about the game is that heroes are insanely OP, but they're also like really terrible at other things, and you just have to solve those with the 200 items.
Kataomi. And grab him in time. Nice cookie forward. Yule's coming up. Just wants to remove that dot here. Go for a smoke. They drag back though. One more hit should be able to do the. Oh, there it is from Wish the power shot.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That was nice.
You sound so unimpressed.
I was
That
thinking about the glimpse. I was like
It's like-
waiting for the glimpse and waiting for the glimpse and waiting, and then he just uses it, and finally it worked.
I just can't believe when people miss skill shots. It's like Stormstormer is literally the worst person on the planet Earth.
I was thinking about
and then,
glimpse.
and then when he hits it, it's like nice.
I was really focusing on the glimpse, not so much.
I'm sure.
I was
Sounds like an unimpressed dad.
I thought he was very dead, so the fact that he died was like, oh, he died. That's what I expected. But even though it was a good way that they killed him, that's all. Did you not expect him to die? Like, he was definitely dead, right? The sentry hits down, you're like, oh, he's going to get glimpsed
Yes,
back.
of course. Yes,
yeah.
naturally.
Rolling over on Toby. Glimpse back though.
Sounds
Right
so
into
good.
the Luna. And that is a dead Toby. BKB getting popped over here on Neff for fighting with Crystal. Crystal's putting a lot of damage. Good cookie hop. He'll finish off Spartan, then they'll drop the Wukongs. Wish needs to be careful here. He's going to try to back off quite a bit, but it's not going to be enough as he will fall. Crystal's also falling during this fight. As now 11 running for his life here. Stormstormer hot on his heels. Does have Nefrit nearby. Nice roll though coming forward. The cookie hop and the stomp though coming out. And the follow up with the sight. They'll get the kill on Nefrit. It's looking like a dead 11. He just accepts his fate and rolls over. And
Dude.
Stominen, last man standing.
That cookie was really good. But I think tipping Crystallis is also it was a really good skill shot. Tipping Crystallis is genuinely is valid there. Like, he manned up and he just fought to the death, and he got a lot of value out of his hero. Like, he just popped, he hits a bunch, he gets a great stun, pops his ulti, keeps hitting Wind Ranger, and he does die,
Yeah.
but it gave his team a lot of oomph in the fight. And I love the silence on Toby, so important. Higher chance that he doesn't get his ulti off there, which would have done a lot in the fight. And then watch him fight here. He gets ulti, he's got his BKB at a good timing, he's going to kill Spartan, pops his ulti off, which now gives him a huge amount of armor, and actually makes his longevity against Wish a lot higher. Made a big difference, even though he gets killed, and that allows him now chased with that mega mobility from Stormstormer to chase for like, look at that blink, wow. Incredible.
The cookie here was insane, right on 2 cores, setting up for the scythe. And the most frustrating thing in the game of Dota 2 is being dead for 100 seconds at 21 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, he's still dead on Luna. We literally just watched the same fight. They took Roshan, I was hearing in my ear, and he's dead for 30 seconds still.
Look at this.
That's like a support's death timer.
The Tinker Ward is just going to spot out Crystal as they cut down the tree. They tie him to another one, and the whole gang is here to tell him, get out of our woods.
Luna's still dead. I can't.
For
Come
8
back
seconds.
in. Roll away here, coming out from Stillman. Crystallis, though.
There is
Got
the
BKB. The roll forward again. It's going to run out of duration. They get the kill on Crystallis. Kataomi forced to run away.
Oh, it's really annoying to be.
We get the kill on Spartan off screen. Toby, though, getting silence, held into the trees, getting mini stun with those lucid beams. It's the roll away again now, coming out here from the Earth Spirit, trying to bait Kataomi here. And then has to get that bug off fast. He's gonna be able to survive it.
That's cool, dude. Having Solar Crest against the Weaver bugs because it lowers attack speed by a crap load. He's like trying to hit them and he like messes up his animation.
That's so annoying, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
As like a random strength here that doesn't build attack speed.
That's
Yeah,
annoying as hell.
it's cool. Cool item. The old Quelling Plate Mail Yule's Spirit Vessel. Guess the hero, guys.
Classic.
I don't understand. He's very tanky.
Watch and learn.
Is he? He's only got 1200 HP.
Yeah, but look at that armor. It's a big
26 bugs armor.
62%. Hell yeah.
Oh, shit,
Ooh,
he
and
hit him
he's
with the
got the-
smoke.
Oh no!
The grenade.
He's going down.
This is a very slow chase.
He's not. I'm just kidding. He can just BKB. I think he should be fine. I mean,
BKB. Well,
Well, he's chased him for so long that he's now dead.
I
That
would
is
have
the
been
end of
baited.
that chapter of his life. BKB's getting popped, though. I hear a scythe coming out over on the side. They get the kill on
oh,
Spark.
he's got a Dagon. He's
Oh, he
still
does.
hoarding. Drop
That-
your
that's
items. What's
Oh
wrong
my
with
god,
you?
he does still have. All right, the clarity, whatever, save it. But the tango?
Come on. What?
got
That
a
was a
hood.
tango that his mother gave him from the first time that he started playing
Surely
Dota.
he's
in
been
this
to
match.
base. He has boots of travel.
Yeah, I don't know.
He picked up a Dagon.
So we got the Death Seeker to amp the damage, basically. Just a 25% damage amp, and then he's got Dagon now, which makes sense. Kind of solves the problems. I guess this makes sense. Just like hella mobility to solve his like early game survivability issues, and then he transitions into the damage problems he's facing with the Shard and Dagon finally. Slacks would just brown boots Dagon to 5, and it's been like, this is the way.
That is so reasonable, I think.
That is so
His
slacks.
Or Slacks? Which one?
Hmm?
Slacks or this build?
I think it's saying the slacks.
Slack's build is very reasonable.
I mean,
Silver Edge, Dagon 5, F
does-
Blade.
that's too many hotkeys.
That's true. Effort just silently farming, going for that Lincoln Sphere, which is a very popular item that we're seeing. It's been buffed so many times.
Yeah.
What is it, like 16 stats
16
now?
stats. You know what's crazy about it? Well, first of all, it's 4,600 gold, which is pretty reasonable. It's 5 mana regen. Think how many items give you 5 mana regen?
Yule's does.
No, it doesn't. Yule's is like 2.5.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Look,
2 Yule's.
yeah, just buy 2 Yule's and it'll give you the same mana regen. It's a lot of mana. 4 for an Orchid. Like, Orchid is a high mana regen item. But, like, a lot of those other, like, Echo Saber and stuff, Falcon Blade, like, 5 mana regen, it's insane. 1.75.
That's why
Crash.
Refresher Orb is a dope item. It gives like
Yeah.
70 mana regen.
Yeah, it does. Which hockey is objectively the best for Handamitis?
No, I've watched that video of.
I have watched
Alright,
that video
alright.
so many
Did you
times.
watch my video or the guy who stole my video in a very smart way and now gets
There's a
reposted
team fight breaking out. Be mad
200,000
later.
times? Okay.
Well, that's a dead fish, man.
He edited it much better than mine. Mine's probably like 8 minutes long or something.
Dire's middle
I get
tower
it.
is under
Is this the formal call out of Purge Gamers cease and
Look,
desist?
there was a Reddit thread days ago, and every time someone's like, let me see the video, and they always link this other guy's video. Every time.
Well, he told me he was really mad that you posted a certain Warlock game on your YouTube.
No, it's not Slacks didn't make it. It's some random person.
Toby getting spotted out. It's just going to crumble.
Dire's bottom tower is under
It's still very close.
Radiant's top tower
Oh,
is
he's
under
going for it. I love this dude's energy on Earth Spirit. Like, I feel like he's just
I told you, Stamana.
loving the hero.
He loves this hero. He's very good with it.
Dude, Luna's
Ooh,
low.
yeah, Nefert's forced EKB here to get out from these kisses.
You get Vana ulted or something? Like, why
That
is
was
it
way
Vana ult?
earlier, that thing. Oh, a nice stun coming out from Castaz. Look at a kill on Spartan on their way through.
Doesn't even Scythe, not worth it for a pathetic position 5.
Yo, I hate when players are like next level and they stack the wards like the techies' minds. Like, it's smart that players do, right? Because if you go to D ward, you can't click on the ward and get out. Like, if you only have so much time right now, you're like committed to like, oh, I have to attack like up to 4 times to get the one I want. It's tough.
Or you could just click the right one.
No, you can't, because you can place them directly on top of each other. It's literally impossible. Like, you can get lucky maybe by clicking the right one. But you know how, like...
Some call it luck, some
When
call
you-
it being good at clicking.
No, you literally don't understand, I promise.
Wait, what is the order?
I'm literally
You
just
have to-
trolling
You have to
you,
ward
dude.
and then sentry, and then the sentry. Like, what do you right-click first? Can you
not
determine the
sure.
order?
I'm not sure, but they're
gonna
like
test
perfectly
that.
overlapped. You know how, like, you stack remote mines? You, like, click it on the mine.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
We're
I
going
know
deep
the
into the
tricks
woods
are-
here, guys. They really want this Earth Spirit.
Lumberjacks.
They're just cutting down. Yeah, I know. Don't they know deforestation is an issue? They literally have Nature's Prophet on their team.
I actually,
speaks for the
I actually
trees.
disagree with that. Though some of the worst things live in forests: bears, snakes,
What's wrong with bears?
frogs. That you
They-
look at them, they poison you.
Ooh, that's not in those types of forests. Though. That's like a rainforest. This is looking like a very dead Toby.
I feel like he needs a Yules or something on Venom.
Oh,
He keeps-
they got Kataomi too. All right,
Nice.
all right.
Follow Dead Heroes. I feel like he keeps getting kind of dumpstered by just a silence. Like, I guess it doesn't, in that case, it doesn't matter. Like, no one's going to back him up or whatever, but feels like a little bit of silence could, like, really elongate,
Yeah.
or really making his effectiveness worse.
I thought he was getting a BKB, which would have been kind of cool, but it ended up turning into a Sandra Kaya on Venomancer,
Doesn't that feel bad as well, though? Like,
or just a Sanj.
I don't know, maybe Yules isn't good either, but
I know what you mean, though. It feels like he's getting caught by these
He's
silence.
still hoarding.
It's just-
What is this? It's 30 minutes into the game. You're the top net worth on your team.
he hasn't died in a while, and he probably doesn't go to Fountain ever, right?
Don't make excuses. He needs help.
He should definitely put them on the ground and bring the courier to them. I don't disagree. Like, for minimum reasons, he gets a neutral item, he has to put something on the ground to get it. Like, that part feels awful when it happens.
Man, if this was NA, they'd
This
probably
is
just put him on the
cool.
ground and
That's
break
great.
them in
Like
front
this.
of him.
He is.
Yeah.
Look, he has not been going to the fountain at all.
No.
My dude
Been
is
everywhere.
is
You literally
active
said he's gonna
on
like
Necrophos.
he's gonna survive forever. Well, this is what happens when you survive forever, and you don't call your courier to come get your items.
Except for those 2 times when he didn't survive. But other than that, yeah.
He's an animal activist.
He definitely could have sold right there. That's not...
He
that's
doesn't
not-
want his donkey to have to do extra work. He's
if
a
he was an
humble man.
animal activist, he wouldn't have a donkey in the first place. Do you think PETA would say like you shouldn't have couriers?
They're friends. It's his friend. It's not. He doesn't own the donkey.
Well, then why doesn't he ever invite him over for like meals and stuff, dude? Isn't that what
I
you do,
don't
friend?
know if
true.
I'd want to eat at Necro's fit house, dude. Who knows
That
what
is
guy
fair.
eats.
Go to the movies together? I
He'll
don't know.
definitely poison you. Like, there's no doubt about it.
BKB immediately coming out from Crystallis. Going to try to punish Stomanen here. And they'll be able to find that easily. The follow-up, though, Yule's play coming out from Stormstormer, trying to get the Lazard. Not going to be able to quite manage, but
Oh,
they do
no.
manage to get him held in place with the BKB with which, so they'll be able to take down Stormstormer. The big Nova off over on the side still doesn't look good for Toby. He's going to get finished off with a Lucent Beam, and they can see Crystallis here. He doesn't have that BKB available any longer. It's Fishman nearby, quickly
they're
hop to get
losing.
him out, but they're getting a lot of damage over in this base. That rat cam here,
Radiant's bottom barracks.
showing just how much they're getting off of this. Mortimer's Kisses
Radiant's
tossed
bottom
out, finish off Stomanen, but I don't know if that's necessarily worth it here, because now Fishman is going to pay for it with his life. Got the Omi on the back lines, trying to plink away over at Spartan.
has fallen.
Needs to get out of there in a hurry. Do have the glimpse available if they can get the vision.
Dude, that is the dream Nature's Prophet scenario. You're just raxing on the other side, and your team is winning the fight anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I could show up to this at any point, but I don't have to.
Yeah.
Cool. He
It's handled.
He rescued the gem. I mean, that's important, but
Yes,
it's a small victory.
we take those.
It was a cool fight. I mean, Necro basically used Yules. I didn't see how he used it, but he used it. Then all of a sudden, he's just super vulnerable to Spartan's Disruptor ulti, plus Eclipse. He just got blown up. If he has the Yules there, he can offset a lot of the damage in the vulnerability period, and it's not nearly as bad. But by using the Yules the way that he did, it put him super in danger.
He moved the Tangas into
What are
his
you going to do with
inventory now.
those?
He's going to eat a lot of trees, clearly.
He's going to sell them when he respawns.
It's
More than
it's for the Nature's Prophet trees.
Oh,
Now, what's the Clarity
Right.
doing there?
you're right.
And the Null Talisman.
No, he's going to sell it. That's why it's in there for the null.
Well, he's coming back
Here it
up. All
comes.
right, here it is, moment of truth. Oh, Bird, you were wrong.
He's saving it, I
You were
guess.
wrong.
A golden thread.
He's putting
Yeah,
it
he
back in
definitely
this
bought it for the-
inventory.
I get the tango. I get the tango. You're a Necrophos. He just doesn't want to, because if you sell a Clarity, you're wasting 25 gold. It's hard-earned cash you had spent that you have earned earlier.
It's true. Is that 25 gold really going to make a difference over the case of like him taking a long fight where he doesn't get a kill and needs full mana?
This is a very important discussion.
Heartstopper talent, hell yeah, dude. You don't see a lot of level 25 necros in pro games, I gotta say.
You better hope Entity wins so you can interview them and ask that question.
I mean, I'm having a good time watching him play. Like, I feel like I've learned some stuff about Necro. There is hope. You don't just have to buy 8 defensive items, you know? You can buy some defensive items.
Just 8 mobility items.
And then you can have fun later. You have to get 1.5 defensive items and 1.5 mobility items, and then you can have fun and buy damage. Assuming you don't get rad, that is.
Assuming. Smoke play, though, over into the side of the Radiant jungle. They know that there's been a Stormer down here consistently pushing out the area.
His tangos are ready, dude. So cleaned up his inventory, sold the null.
Arcane power.
God.
I mean, he should be afraid of a gank, right? Like, their smoke movement there is basically what he just backed up for. If they roll in and sprout him at the same time, can't
Is that
get out.
enough to, like, survive, though? I don't think it is.
But it helps, right? Like, if, let's say,
True,
he gets
but
a blink away and then he's sprouted afterwards.
Crystal's in this Roche pit here.
I guess
Spartan creeping forward.
he's got shard anyway, so the tango's not even gonna fucking work. Literally, there's gonna be a tree there. it's literally
That's
useless.
true.
Doesn't do anything. Other than give him a nice tango.
Boundless. We'll scooch Spartan forward. Use those kisses, the sight. All right, there's not going to be a Spartan available for this Roche fight.
That's actually a really important kill with no buyback in
That's
Necro Scythe. Like,
very
right in
big.
front of Roche.
Yo, I just love the player cams.
He looks very unenthused.
Got one eyeball at least. That's all I know. But it's a big kill, right? That was threatening to Necrophos earlier. And if it's for Roche reasons, it makes sense, right? Force a 5v4. Even if they have a net worth advantage, now they have less technical advantage here.
This is a shard Roche, too. Nefrit getting spotted here by the bugs. Roll forward, though. They're going to try to get their own numbers advantages as they'll go and immediately just blow up Toby. Follow up with that nullifier, although they bounced it right back on in here over at 11. Got the Omi glimpsing back there. Let the shackle over on the back lines. Wish will clean up Fishman. Stominen trying to run away. Will roll directly into someone, though, as he tries to make a secondary escape. Not going to be able to.
2 for 1.
One follow-up, though,
Bold
with
nully.
this is exactly what they want. Is Stormer walking right into the hands of Brame. And they're looking for more damage. Can they finish off on Kataomi? Casalis coming out here, pins up here with that Wukongs. They'll take down Kataomi. Stormer buying back.
He's so
Casalis
tanky.
is just trying to whack away over on 11, but he's not managing to find it. The Dagon play, though, coming in. It's a kill over on 11. 11 buying back. The follow-up kill on Casalis. Casalis buys back as well. They are not willing to give up this fight. This is looking so bad for Storm as he just fought back. And that is a dieback. Gem on the deck as well.
This is the problem with Necrophos, right? Like he played the fight well with the buyback and all, but like you just get nullified. Once they get nullifier, your game is freaking over unless you have BKB to press while it's in the air.
Yeah,
it's like your game's over. It just counters you so hard.
It's BKB is such a weird item on Necro too because it just doesn't work with the Ghost Shroud.
Yeah. So you become like disable and magic immune, but then you can't become physical immune like you normally can if you.
You know, it does work with Ethereal Blade though. That's the only. It does not work with Ghost Scepter or Necro Shroud, but it does work with Blade.
You can E-Blade yourself?
You can E-Blade yourself in BKB.
Do you have to E-Blade before BKB?
I think you E-Blade before BKB. It's really weird.
That's tough. He jumps in to go for the kill, but the nullifier comes out. And then Monkey King has a great go on 11, but 11 has freaking 50 armor. So he did no damage.
He got that
Nullifier
bark
plus
skin.
AC. Yeah. And he's got the Apple dude, 14 agi. Watch out.
Dude, Apple's dope on Inti-heroes that want to be tanky.
So definitely a good thing. Roll forward from Stolmanen. Pressure's being placed over on this tower. They already took Roche. They place it over in Nature's Prophet. Damage is being dealt to their base. It feels like Entity just doesn't know how to approach this fight right now.
They can't without Necro. There's no way.
Well, they smoked up. Looks like they're going to try to do something. Just haven't quite figured out exactly what. As Crystallis making his way into position here. Roll forward, though, from Storm. He was hoping to go and knock down the trees. Has the blink, though. Going to continue to just roll around as they manage to take down Toby. He's going to have to buy back here. Kick back a little bit too far here with that Static Storm, but they will be able to get the kill on Fishman. Following up, and Toby, he just fought back. He is dead again. They'll follow up with the Wukongs 11. Just trying to fight, but again, again, does have the Aegis, had so much armor. Kataomi forced to go and time-lapse himself away. As again, 11 pops back up. The rest of the team, though, they're waiting for him. They'll get the kill on Spartan. That BKB coming in handy, but there is a decent amount of damage as Kataomi does fall. So it's going to be a fortification. You have Stormstormer back up again. He's looking for a quick, easy pick off and kill, and gets it on Nefrit. The immediate buybacks, though, coming out from Brame. They want to clean up and take this final game here. As once again, there's Kataomi. They call it the GG. They've had enough. Brame looking in top shape.
I feel bad a little bit for Stormstormer. He played like he farmed a lot. He played really well, but it just really showed Necro's fault. And obviously, that's their fault for picking the hero. It did some good things, but like on the other side, Brame just played so well.
That's a